And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Colours vivid and vibrant, so Eze! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
And it's Eze. Now it's Richarlison. Simons. Xavi Simons ploughing through the middle. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Havertz. Now it's Gabriel Jesus.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
At least a return pass. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, modern centre-backs are judged on their ability to defend. But this guy, Christian Romero, is a player who excels up front too. He loves every opportunity to make a forward.
Can he finish? Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Richarlison demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Shapes to shoot! Dealt with nicely by the defence. In with the challenge. And here's Havertz. Havertz! Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He has a look up. He is... And a chance! That has been slung wide.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Bentancur. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Havertz. Havertz. Now then, the ball's come loose. Eze. Eze! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Havertz, clearly the target here.
Well, he is someone you can count on to get his head to it, one way or another, Peter.
The doggy can get it clear. Arsenal have their second corner now. Sarr getting this one clear. Tottenham are looking to go forward now. Waneri. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he was quick to react. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Romero. And it's Sarr. Now it's Havertz. Xavi Simons. Played backwards here.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Played up towards the front line. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
White makes the interception.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Rice. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And that's been won straight back.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Gabriel Jesus. Searching pass he's played there. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter, be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Tottenham head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we are back on the way. Tottenham carrying a 1-goal lead. Eze. Gabriel Jesus. Arsenal looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah.
Chance! In for the pieces! We've got a goal! Arsenal are level. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's Johnson. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Caught offside that time. White, and that's been intercepted. That's a lovely, neat pass. Great defending, strong and determined. Gently done. Calafiori.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
No, he wasn't going to let him past.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tell, being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Simons, good driving run. Richarlison receives it in a... Richarlison! Saliba is there and he can get that clear. Good ball, good take. He's got away. Shot at goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Driving forward. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 22.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their
Number
benches.
10, Eze. Number 16, Norgard. Number 41, Rice.
Tottenham perhaps
Coming on
wondering
the
what the
field,
best time is for their
number
next
19,
substitution.
Trossard. Number 56, number
Well, the
8,
defence proved
Odegaard.
infallible then,
Number
but that won't be the
36,
last they'll see of him.
Zubimendi. Substitutions taking place.
Zubimendi. Gabriel Jesus. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Looking tidy in possession here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
The doggy calmly anticipates. He's looking wide. Shifted it to the flank. Now it's Kudus. A lovely bit of skill. And it's Sarr. And no, he's seen through all of that. Gabriel Jesus. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Richarlison. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a searching pass. Nice interception, well timed.
2 added minutes has been
That has not
indicated.
gone well. Great ball, and he's in here. And the shot! And again! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow.
The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Tottenham can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability. Tottenham going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So bring it on.
Well, what a game this is, Peter.
Oh no, what has happened here?
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, the inclusion of this fella, Mickey van de Ven, is probably an indication that the boss wants to play out from the back. I mean, we all talk about how brilliant his recovery pace is when it comes to defending, but he's actually quite tasty on the ball too, particularly with his long-range passing, and he loves those diagonals at times, and he's one to watch out for.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Eze. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Bentancur. Now it's Tell. Now it's Richarlison. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's cut it out. Eze.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
First quarter of an hour gone. He won't be happy with that one. Gabriel Jesus is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And the finish! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Arsenal have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Now, can they get him away? Waneri. Bentancur gets over and intercepts. Now it's Tell, and it's Simons. Waneri. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Bentancur. And here's Richarlison. And here's Johnson.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Waneri. Oh, super ball. Now the cross. And now the breakaway. Xavi Simons. Half an hour played now. Brennan Johnson. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now it's Havertz. Havertz! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Now it's Tell. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Sarr. And here's Johnson. Tell. He has a look up. Richarlison was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Aimed beyond the defence. Udogi. And it's Waneri. Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Waneri. Chance for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's... Oh, he's been caught on it here! And he's had a hit! Tell. Knocks it into space. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Rice. Waneri, who does have an assist to his name. And here's Havertz. Now it's Tell. Great ball if he can get there. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Richarlison. Played into space. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Back in possession and ready to go again. Van der Ven did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Gabriel Jesus. Tell, under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now. That's exactly what...
And the shot! Yes! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 22.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Tottenham grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And that's a great chance! It's fallen loose again! Bentancur deals with that comfortably. It's gone out for a throw-in. Who saw this coming? This is going right to the wire. Maddison. Now it's Richarlison. Tottenham still have the cards to affect this game. And it's Kudus. He's found a way through. Kudus. Kudus's cross. Trossard. Ah, now can they counter? Rice. 75 minutes played.
And again, they're pressing effectively. Arsenal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Tries to play it through. That is lovely. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's really well manoeuvred. White kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Very nicely done. He has found a way through. Cross needs to be good.
There's much...
Big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
The message is simple. Defend this with your lives.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Trossard. And here's Jesus. And he shoots! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Arsenal. It's Gabriel Jesus! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that's it. Well, that was intense. An enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal.
So there we end it again.